Week 6 of the Simulation Football League kicks off this evening at Mike Sports Stadium as the Houston Headhunters play host to the Arizona Scorpions. Good evening, everybody. I am Mike Daggs, and with me in the booth is Gerald Smith, our stats crew tonight, J.W. Hartshorn and Corey Menner, along with our commissioner and producer Cameron Irvine. You are watching the Simulation Football League on the Virtual Football Network. Gerald, a pair of 3-1 teams face off tonight.
Yeah, we're back in the South. It's still a little bit warm down here. Look, and both these teams are pretty hot on the season as well. A couple of 3-1s. Look, and former co-owners. So if any team we think, of these two teams, we do think that they're actually going to play a really tight game because they know each other really well.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking forward to getting this one started. Both of these teams coming off a win in their last game in Week 4. Arizona took on Los Angeles. They beat them 52-17. Then they had a bye week. And for Houston, coming off of a win, a 1-point victory, kicking a field goal with 5 seconds to go in the game to take down Albuquerque in Albuquerque for the first time in league history. So we'll get this one started. Houston is going to get the ball first to start the game off. Take the kick 5 yards deep out of the end zone. DR Sim returns it up the gut, bouncing off some tacklers, bouncing to the outside and brought down at the 32-yard line. Ooh, I thought he was going to go.
I started getting up out of my seat. I watched him because we were talking about DR Sim as one of the key players, right? That he's kind of been MIA, kind of last few seasons, but here he is. He's almost trying to, break it out a little bit.
Sure was, yeah. Listen, that would have been a way to start this game off that would have just felt right. It's just some fireworks. But hey, great return nonetheless. And our guy, John Lakeman, as we lovingly refer to him, and we'll only refer to him for the rest of the game as the Lakeman.
The Lakeman.
He's under center, getting ready to get this one started. Lakeman hands it off to Tino Sosa, who will pick up 7 yards on first down, sets him up with a second down and 3. The Lakeman so far on the season, 808 yards. He's completed 50 passes out of 90 attempts. He's got 6 touchdown passes, 7 interceptions. He's definitely looking to fix that touchdown to interception ratio. Last week, 16-25, 242 yards and 2 touchdown passes, no picks. This one goes to Baloo Scott. She picks up the first down and continues this drive for Houston.
Yeah, and this is what they want to do right here, right? And it's no secret, right? Eddie Gage is doing the defense on the other side of Arizona, knows that. Hey, look, Houston loves to run the ball, right? I call them running back university down here, even though it ain't a university.
The Lakeman back to pass, under pressure, ripped down and sacked. Brought down on the play by Alex Constantine for a loss of 4.
Yeah, Constantine came right around the end, right? They brought kind of a blitz, and Adam Wiseman blitzing on the other end was able to kind of, get around and actually, occupy the tackle, and Constantine able to come around the corner and get that sack.
Second sack on the season for Constantine puts Houston in second and long territory. 4 wide receiver set, the Lakeman back to pass, under pressure again, throws off his back leg, and that one is swatted down. Rain Rie, a guy who I tried luring away from Arizona at the convention this season. I tried telling him that he should be an Aztec. He said he actually almost was going to be an Aztec, but Ramos, I guess, shunned him in the draft.
I mean, if I was still in the game, I could have brought him in.
So 3rd and long now for Houston.
And on that last play, Constantine had more pressure, had Lakeman thrown off his back foot.
2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. The Lakeman throws over the middle, gets it to DR Sim, who's past the 30, tackled down at the 26-yard line by Rie. A huge pickup on 3rd and long.
The Lakeman says somebody called a doctor, and there he is right on the spot. DR Sim coming through. Has done it better than anybody ever in the league with catching passes, yards, and touchdowns.
Yep.
And guess what? Comes up really huge on this 3rd and long, and now they got themselves within field goal range already.
They sure do. Ernest McRae Sr. in coverage on that play and just looked a little bit out of sorts as DR Sim able to run right by him. Speaking of running, they'll go back down to the ground. Baloo Scott gets the first down and more before finally being pushed out of bounds by Adam Wiseman, but a huge pickup on the ground for Houston.
You are never going to see this happen too often to the big dog. Showing more right there, but Baloo Scott gives him a stiff arm and shows her, look, pal,
I can run.
I am really strong, even though I am a girl.
And you're in the way, so I'm going to run right over you.
Yep, like I said, man, women are the superheroes of the world. She proved it there.
Sure did. Empty backfield now for Houston. Toby Bonnet's the rookie. In motion up to the top. Running towards the end zone. The Lake man looking that way. Finds his target is DR Sim. Touchdown, Houston.
God, what we talked about in the pregame right here, leading up to right here, they need to get DR Sim involved. What do? 3 catches on this drive. A big one on 3rd and long. And guess what he does right here? Another big one right here to cap it off with a touchdown reception.
Surprisingly, the first receiving touchdown on the season for DR Sim. His 1 millionth all-time, give or take. He's got quite a few, actually, all-time. In all seriousness, 158 receiving touchdowns for DR Sim. That is #1 in the league. And, who's #2 in the league? Doesn't matter. When you're #1, who's behind you? Not your problem. Houston strikes first.
He has nearly 23,000 receiving yards.
That's a lot of running. That just makes me tired. Just thinking about it.
I know you've seen DR Sim.
Oh, yeah.
He looks like he can run a marathon, nothing.
He does, yeah. Whereas, like me, I wouldn't even run to the mailbox. It's like, I mean, it's right there. I can walk.
Yeah, you don't need to run.
No, man, my knees, they're just not made for running.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're barely made for walking.
I don't want to run.
Anyway, back to the game. Ashley Jackson on the field now for Arizona as they're looking to get their first possession going. She will throw on Arizona's first play. No, she won't. She'll get sacked. Brought down by Don Rohr.
And they had a lot of pressure just right up the middle. It wasn't only Rohr coming in there too. Yeah, he had help right there, right off the end. My boy Blake B. Craze coming on the other end as well, kind of slipping right through. Very, very good first drive. Look, and they set the tone early too, like just going down there and score on their first drive, looking impressive doing it, and then they get a sack right here on the first play.
So 2nd and long now for Arizona. As Ashley looks to throw. She does get the pass off this time, but overthrows her target. 3rd down at 14 coming up. Ashley Jackson against Los Angeles in week 4 was 17 of 26, 4 touchdown passes, only 1 pick, 237 yards. Came this close. People can't see me, but I'm getting my fingers real close for the visual. This close to being my offensive player of the week that week. Just narrowly got beat out. But very impressive stats with 4 touchdown passes. Play action on 3rd and 14. Jackson rolls out right, throws right. Oh, and had her target, but Fox Highwind could not haul it in. He's been a great free agent pickup, but couldn't help them out there in a quick 3 and out for Arizona.
Yeah, and couldn't bring it in. Look, this is what Houston wants right here, right? Like, they come in there, right? They go down, score, put up a touchdown. And then they force a 3 and out right here. So right now they got all the momentum early.
Ball is punted away. And dropped down. Oh, to DR Sim, who breaks a tackle. Gerald's getting ready to jump out of his chair again. Hey, got him into Arizona territory. It might not have been a touchdown, but great starting field position for the head on.
Has he not been exciting from the opening kickoff?
He sure has.
Even on the offensive drive, even on the punt right here.
He heard you in the pregame show, and he's like, I should step up.
I think I don't know, maybe he darn sure impressing, that's for sure, now.
Yeah, absolutely.
It looks like the DR Sim of old, man. Him doing, having 300-400 yard receiving games, which is unrealistically done, but he did it.
2 catches, 45 yards, and a touchdown on the opening possession. We'll see what else he can do. The Lake man fires over the middle, and that one is overthrown and picked off. Taken away by Xavier Rowe III. And the Lake man getting a little too excited that time. It looked like he was going for his tight end Daisy Peace. And Rowe just able to get right in the passing lane.
Yeah, I think the Lake man was getting a little bit anxious and a little bit greedy right there. Threw it in triple coverage, right? You like to see him make a lot better decisions than that right there, right? Make another read. Don't try to go too long, because right then, look, it's the only thing that could kill the momentum was a turnover, and it's exactly what happened.
So -4 yards on Arizona's first possession. We'll see what they can do on their second possession. Split spread look. Jackson throws, nearly gives it right back. Juan, Mississippi, a player that you've highlighted as a great free agent addition here to Houston, nearly got a pick six.
Look, and he was right there as well, man. Just right there. That could have been a pick six had he brought it down, but fortunate enough for Arizona and Ashley Jackson that it slips through his hands and falls to the turf. But look, all over the field right now is, especially on this Houston side, there's playmakers everywhere.
Juan, Mississippi playing in all-star form, 43 tackles, 5 sacks, 13 TFLs. That's the best in the league, and now 3 pass deflections. Jackson under pressure again, throws this one into double coverage, trying to get it out to TJ Punk. Pass falls to the turf, 3rd and 10.
Look, and it was amazing to see with the motion and how the defense adjusted, right? Once that tight end came from that left side of the offense, it slid the linebacker up right there, and the D end that I was standing up had almost a free rush, but actually got out a little bit sooner, but probably a lot sooner than what she wanted to.
Fox Highwind makes a trio of receivers now down at the bottom. Jackson has time in the pocket, throws to the top, finds Highwind, but he drops the pass again, and he's injured.
King Henry just destroyed a man. I don't even know.
Hospital pass, man. He had to jump for that one, left his ribs exposed. We'll see if we get another look at it as we are watching the replay on our second screen. Hit him right in the back. It looks like the shoulder went right into the lower back. Hopefully just knocked the wind out of him.
And that's a huge loss for the offense, right? When you got him, Highwind, and T doing things in the receiving game. And to have him out, I mean, it's got to be next man up, but it puts him in a situation, that's for sure.
DR Sim trying to make a human highlight reel. He's like, I want Ron Haynes to make me the special teams player of the week. How could Ron just go rogue on me like that? I mean, he makes the video, so I don't really have much to say.
I thought it was great. It was too good to pass up. That was almost like the thick six.
That was almost like the thick six. A little bonus play.
Too good to pass up.
It was too good to pass up.
And it was kind of historic, to be honest with you. I thought it was great.
Maybe we'll make the special teams player of the week a segment too. The Lake man checks this one down, gets it to Daisy Peace this time. She'll pick up 2 yards on the reception. Her 7th catch of the season brings her up to 80 yards.
Yeah, and that's a little bit of short thing right there. I think that was a way to just get the Lake man back into somewhat of a rhythm, get a good pass out, high percentage. To better, hey, shrug off that interception you threw in your previous pass.
Lake man hands it off once again, this time to Tino Sosa. Only able to pick up 2 yards. Brings up a 3rd down and 6 for Houston.
Yeah, it's a 3rd and medium right here. This is where I think they need to start looking more right at DR Sim, what they had on their first drive. They were really successful right here, so I'd look to him in this moment.
Sim in motion down to the bottom. He joins Bonnets and Corky down there. The Lake man looks, tries to run, and gets ripped down to the turf. Sacked on the play by David Tilley.
Yeah, David Tilley coming in right there. He didn't have enough time to be able to get the ball off, but Tilley is able to come through with his 2nd sack of the season, kind of just going right up the middle and just ripped right through that right guard of Houston. Not at force a punt. Houston get the Arizona and get the ball back.
Tilley with his 2nd sack on the season now as well. A quick 3 and out for the Headhunters. Arizona with -4 yards on 2 possessions so far, as DeQueen returns it up to the 26-yard line. See if they can get something going offensively. So far, not so much.
And I'm sure if we can get a picture of Eddie Gage, he's probably got a 200 heart rate, and
he's probably pacing so hard he's out in his front lawn right now,
breaking clipboards and
potted plants,
running around and
chasing the neighborhood cat off his lawn. Get out of here! I'm playing a game. Jackson back to pass on first down, finds her target and gets the first down. TJ Punk moves the chains, gets some positive yards for Arizona.
Yeah, look, and that's what they needed right there. That's one of their best plays that they've had. It's kind of tough. It's kind of weird to say this is a third drive, and that's the best play they had.
Yeah.
Of the three drives. So, and getting there, and as they get close to the midfield, because they haven't moved the ball really, they've only been backwards for the other two possessions.
TJ Punk on the season, 10 catches, 115 yards. He's got 2 touchdowns as well. In the win over Los Angeles, 4 catches, 48 yards, and one of those touchdowns run up the middle by DJ Moses. The second good for a pickup of 2. And Arizona's going to need everybody to step up. In the absence of Fox Highwind, we'll have to keep an eye out to see if and when he comes back. And if not, maybe we can get an update on him closer to the half. Ashley rolls out down to the bottom, throws down to the bottom, gets it into the hands of Brad Jones, who keeps breaking tackles, getting it all the way down to the 30-yard line. That's how you get that yak.
Yeah, look, and guess what? And I was just about to mention how DJ Moses is a former MVP, but he hasn't played anywhere near that. But when you toss it out of the backfield to Brad Jones, and he's doing things like this, being able to break tackles and tiptoe, his way down the line and getting the necessary block that he needs, being able to get, and now they are on the verge of field goal range right now, and this is something they really, really needed right here. Took them, their third drive to start getting positive yards from their offense, but better late than never, because it ain't nothing but late in the first quarter.
Ball is handed off. Oh, that didn't work. DJ Moses tried to run the ball, but the Houston defense said not today.
Yeah, it's a very, very large person. Hit him 6'4", 220-pound King Henry.
Jackson under pressure. Quick pass. Jumping one-handed catch is made by TJ Punk. He gets his second catch of the day and picks up another Arizona first down.
See, and that was a very good pre-snap read right there by Ashley Jackson, right? She's seen everybody was kind of coming in, a potential blitz, and guess what she did? She did somewhat of a, little bit of a nod over there, say, look, I got to get it out quick. They're going to be coming at me, and guess what? It actually worked to perfection.
First down and 10 from the 15-yard line. Jackson rolls out right, throws quickly over the middle to T. DeQueen. First down and goal. Oh, that was a little scary.
Very, very good blitz pickup right there by the actual running back that actually hit Blake B. Craze because he had a free rush. Wow. Brad Jones saved her a little.
He sure did. Brad Jones deserves a little pay increase, I think, this week for that block alone. Jackson to throw. Breaks the sack. Throws a pick. Guy Incognito in the end zone takes it away for the home team.
Maybe brushing off that sack was a little much, and she kind of rushed the throw, but Guy Incognito comes through right there. Man, I was just sitting in the back of the end zone right there. TJ Punk was sitting in the back of the end zone, and Ashley thought she had him. But Incognito was right there being Incognito and just stepped right in front of the pass.
His third interception on the season. He's also got about 50 tackles, also playing in all-star form. Third most tackles in the league. He was sixth most with those 2 picks, tied with some other players. They're playing some tough football today.
Yeah,
Tino Sosa running over people.
And that's the second time the big dog, Sean Moore, gets just destroyed, gets stiff-armed by Baloo Scott, and Tino Sosa now says, I got something for you too, big dog.
The leg man under center. Hands this one off to Scott. Look at Baloo Scott go, crossing midfield, being chased down by a DT. Good Lord, Hunter Norwood, who knew he had wheels, gets the tackle, but not before a huge Houston gain.
Look, and what a way to never give up by Norwood. But the bigger thing is Baloo Scott getting it and running it down the line like that and putting Houston in a situation to put more points on the board.
A touchdown-saving downfield tackle by Hunter Norwood was not on my bingo card this week. Then again, none of the numbers are ever on my bingo cards. I never win. That's okay. Ball is handed off to Tino Sosa. He picks up 3 second down and 7. This offense, John Lakeman's quarterback, Tino Sosa, Baloo Scott, the halfbacks. Tariano Rivera is the fullback. You got Toby Bonnets, Mike St. Green, DR Sim, Greg Corky at wide receiver. It's one heck of a wide receiver room. Daisy Peace is the tight end. Ball is handed off once again to Scott. 3rd down and 5 on the offensive line. You got Grit Gorski, Barry Simeon, Scott Calvin, Sarah Bergens, and Emmanuel Petrilla. Wasn't Scott Calvin the name of the main character in The Santa Claus? Tim Allen's character, wasn't it Scott Calvin?
Yes.
So, is that Santa Claus? Anyway, the Lakeman rolls out left, throws left. That one's a dangerous pass. Batted down, almost picked. Sean Moore gets in the way.
Random thoughts from the booth.
I read it. I'm like, Scott Calvin, why do I know that name? That's right. The Santa Claus.
He's got the initials, SC. That's what it means. That's why they picked him.
So 48-yard field goal attempt coming up from the right hash. Sonny J puts it straight down the middle and adds on to Houston's lead. Now 10-0 over the visiting Scorpions. Yeah, we knew this was going to be a hard-fought game, Gerald, but man, the physicality of the play that we've seen so far by both of these teams is very impressive, but in particular by Houston, how they're just punishing Arizona so far in all phases.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, dude. They're doing it on special teams. You can see the way DR seems returning ball. You can see it on the offense, right, with the way they're kind of, at times they're actually dominating the line of scrimmage. And then especially on defense, right, they're laying crazy hard hits on, the opposing offense. So, and they're applying some pressure on the quarterback as well.
Well, and you mentioned special teams. Not only is DR Sim having good returns, but look at what the special teams unit did there. It is very difficult to get a stop inside the 20 in this league, and there they just did it. Just 2 defenders easily able to wrap up T to Queen and get the stop. And now look at this defense just hitting the back before anything's even able to get started. And Jason Peace gets the stop.
Yeah, look, and Jason Peace has been doing it for a little while right here in Houston as well, doing great things, and he continues to do it there.
1 quarter down, 3 to go here in Houston. Tough fight in this one. You're watching the Simulation Football League on the Virtual Football Network. Aerial coverage of today's game provided by Dags Drone Works, aerial photography and videography services for real estate, events, marketing, and more. Learn more at dagsdroneworks.com. It's a law enforcement memorial, the Houston PD Law Enforcement Memorial with downtown Houston in the background. Beautiful city if you've ever been.
Hot.
Oh, it's hot.
And humid. But it's, similar like where I'm from. Extremely hot, extremely humid.
Lots of bugs.
It's home.
Termites. Love bugs. I thought you were kidding when you said they would sound like little pellets bouncing off the windshield. But you were right. Buchanan Simons picks up a first down for Arizona.
Look, and he actually come out the backfield right there, right? Being able to get the ball and actually got himself first rush of the day, on a little bit of a pitch out. And
I am shocked that Eddie Gage has a wide receiver in the running back role as he takes another carry. His heart rate is going to go up with each carry. But hey, I didn't do this to you. You did this to you. $5 super chat says, "Hey Dags, what should I order for dinner? Hey Smith, what should I have to drink with my dinner?" Man, we're trying to work. What kind of podcast does he think this is? Oh wait, this isn't a podcast. We're calling it a game. Brad Jones picks up the first down. I would recommend quesadillas. but I'm partial to quesadillas. So,
Well, it depends on what kind of beverage you're looking for, what kind of night he wants to have.
well, if you're having
Like,
quesadillas, let's just assume they're having. If he gets quesadillas,
Or you get quesadillas, you might as well go full on Mexican and get him a little bottle of Jarritos.
there you go. Or if you're looking for a little bit more of an adult time, some tequila. I don't think we can condone drinking.
Couldn't he go with just a margarita? He ain't got to go that hard.
Moses picks up 4. Enjoy your dinner, Mr. Bridge City Bird.
I actually had quesadillas for breakfast this morning.
Attaboy. That's what's up. Was it using Oaxaca? Like, did you go?
Yeah, Oaxaca. I didn't know how to
Attaboy.
pronounce it. I was about to say Waxa.
That Oaxaca cheese. Jones picks up another first down for Arizona. They're cooking now. Finally getting something going. They're catching back up to Houston in the yardage category. -4 yards after the first 2 drives. And they're adding on some yards here, but they need to add on something more important than yards, Gerald.
Right, look, and they got to get some points on the board, right? But this, but this is the first step toward that, being able to move the ball, right, to get to where they need to be, and they're actually doing it pretty good right now, even though it took a turn of a quarter.
Jackson to throw, rolls out. Nope, she's going to take off with it. Eddie loves that when she runs. That's like one of his favorite things. 2nd down and 3. She picks up 7 on the play and bounces back up to her feet. So his heart rate maybe went down by 5 beats.
The thing that just makes it, the only quarterback that does it the best and seems like he's just immune to any hits he takes is type attack. I got to give it to him. Everybody else, it makes me so nervous.
2nd down and 3. This one's handed off to the fullback. Goes nowhere in that one. 3rd down.
Yeah, Jason Peace was right there, right up the middle of the way to shut that down as well. So, a big 3rd down right here because they're not, I don't think they're quite in field goal range just yet. They need to at least pick up 1st down to put themselves in that situation.
It was actually DJ Moses coming out of the fullback spot. And, dangerous pass with the defender right in the path, but complete to TJ Punk as he gets a 1st down on the play. Garrett Evans, the outside linebacker, was in the path. Let's go through this Arizona offense. Ashley Jackson's the quarterback. You've seen Brad Jones and DJ Moses the second. They're the halfbacks. Will Todd, he's here somewhere. He's the fullback. Buchanan Simons, Fox Highwind, injured. T. DeQueen and TJ Punk are the wide receivers. Lili Nakai is the tight end. Patrick Kelly, Sean Crooked, Brunter Graham, Kiera Storm, and Danny Carmichael are the offensive linemen. Brunter Grayjam is the pronunciation. 1st down and 10 from the 26. Jackson throws, connects, and picks up 4 to TJ Punk.
Yeah, and TJ Punk, I guess Highwind's still out. We haven't had an injury update just yet on it, but with Highwind being down, it seems like TJ Punk getting a little bit more involved in the game here.
I formation on 2nd down and 6. Nice block, but not able to get a whole lot out of that one. Picks up half of what's needed. Brad Jones sets him up 3rd and 3.
Yeah, and it's not bad. Look, if you can pick up half, it makes this 3rd down really, really manageable right now. And they can't squander this drive right now, dude. Even though they have a chance to come away, if they don't pick this up, they have a chance to come away with a touchdown. But I do think, with a field goal, I do think they need a touchdown here.
It certainly would help them out. And look at that. As DJ Moses says, well, I'll at least do my part, keep this drive going. Picks up a 1st down on the play. It's been a minute, and we hope you haven't forgotten. It's super simple to smash that like button and help the channel out. We just crossed the 8,500 subscriber mark, so subscribe if you have not already done so you never miss a minute of a live stream, highlight, or podcast. See, they do get done, just not supposed to be right now. Thank you for your support of the Virtual Football Network and the Simulation Football League. Ball is handed off to Tony Richardson, the backup fullback. So when it does go to the fullback, it's still not Will Todd.
That's what I'm saying. Like Will Todd's right there. Like, what happened to me? I come out of previous play, I make a killer block, and I don't even get the ball the next time. You take me out, coach?
He'll be all right. He's currently filling up cups on the sideline for his teammates. Marching his way towards the goal line. 1st down and goal. Couldn't quite get in, but DJ Moses, the second, sets him up with what should be easy scoring position.
Yeah, look, he's going to be at the inch line right here. I mean, I would even question whether he got in or not. It looked like it may have crossed, but it's what they cannot squander this all right here. Look, you got Will Todd at the fullback, and you got Brad Jones in the back.
Hashtag give it to Will Todd. Ashley says, move out of the way, Will Todd. Hands it off to Brad Jones, who gets into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that's the drive that they needed to get themselves back in the game. I do think even though they are still down by 3, depending on the extra point, they're going to be down by 3 points. I do think they regained the momentum a little bit back, and now it's at a, almost like a whole new start to the game right here, because they went down. They actually showed Houston, hey, look, yeah, you were a little bit dominant in the first quarter, but we came down and we actually put some points on the board, and we mean business. They took up a lot of time on that drive as well.
Sure did. Only 4 minutes to go here in the second quarter as Arizona matches the scoring drive of Houston. Houston only able to put up a field goal, but 15 plays, 81 yards. And, this drive started in the first quarter. So here we are more than midway through the second quarter.
And that's how you do it, because you wear down the actual defense right there, and then they start guessing, and the offense gets a little bit cold on the sideline as well. So
Coach Damon Simeon in the chat said, what's going on, run defense? Bro, they're tired. They were out there for more than half a quarter trying to stop them. They're tired.
They need some orange slices, Damon.
Pickle juice.
Wickle juice.
Wickle juice. Dude, wickle juice.
That'll light their hair on fire.
Yeah, I don't know if that really gets you hydrated or motivated. It just makes you want to, take a break. Anyway, Houston's offense back out on the field. Bunched down to the bottom. Lakeman throws to the top. Connects with Greg Corky and picks up 9. 2nd and 1.
Yeah, we got our Greg Corky signing. Look, Houston has by far one of the most experienced receiving corps, like you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, incredible receiver.
I mean, they got nearly 50 years of experience in the pass catching area.
But Skippy calls me old. The Lakeman under center. Eye Joker's out on the field. Player in motion up to the top. The Lakeman hands this one off. Oh, hit behind the line of scrimmage and tackled for a loss on the play. Brought down by 55. That's D.D. Sachs.
And I see the big dog in the chat says, 3 strong backs carrying a rock. I'm assuming he's talking about, but he's also got that same problem with Houston.
Just tune in late, Mr. Morris. That's what we've been seeing all day. Houston rolling over you and just, making life pretty difficult. That's for sure.
Wow, that's the second time. The first time Tino did it, it was against the big dog. And then here it is, Bernard Smith. He's not putting respect on my name getting run over like that, but good God.
1st down and 10 for the Headhunters. They now they're looking at the total yardage saying, wow, we're actually behind Arizona now. They had quite the lead on them.
Oh,
as Scott fumbles the ball, and it's picked up by Arizona.
Wow. I'd like to see it. Look at the big dog right there.
There
He's in there, made a play, said no more getting run over for me. I got to make a play, and I'm assuming he's the one that got, the big dog is
big
the
dog
one that came in there and gave a shot of his own and said, hey, no more of that nonsense.
You've knocked me down one too many times. You're not doing it again. It's my turn. Punch that ball out, and Arizona back in the saddle. They've got the ball at the Houston 32-yard line, looking to take the lead.
Wow, this is a big momentum swing right here. And look, and this is the time when if I'm an offense, I'm taking a shot down the field.
Jackson says, I'm not. Hands it off. Buchanan Simons with his 3rd carry of the day. Excuse me, that's actually his 4th carry.
I don't know what to say. I don't think I've seen Eddie Gage kind of do something.
He's not usually a gambler, man.
No, he's not. He kind of does it. But look, it just proves he wants this win.
Wow, another nice pickup by Brad Jones on that block.
And guess who it was against? Blake Craze now has a nemesis in the form of a running back, Brad Jones, that he can't get past.
A great, it was an all-around great play. T. Queen just saw the hole in the zone and stopped, turned, and said, "Yo, Ashley, chuck it. I'm right here." Got the catch, got the first down up at the 20-yard line. 2 minutes to go here in the first half of this one. We knew this was going to be an exciting game, Gerald, and so far it's lived up to the hype. We've got some hard-nosed running. We've got some great passes. We've got some turnovers on defense. You're watching the Simulation Football League on the Virtual Football Network. 2 minutes here in the first half. I'm Mike Dykes. He's Gerald Smith. Got all kinds of people on stats. Got J.W. Hartshorn. We got Corey Menner. We got Ellie. I don't even know how to say her player name. Cy Aldmere something. I don't know. It's like 9 a.m. there where she is. Look at Brad Jones. Look at Brad Jones. Scylla Aldmere. That's what I said. It's not.
It's totally not what you said.
It is now.
But look, I like that play scheme on offense right there. You know what they did? They actually slid the defense. They ran to the weak side and had a little bit of space out there and got a hat on the hat.
Oh, God. This game. Oh, DJ Moses just got shot put backwards.
If I didn't know any better, I would think these two are in the same division. I don't know why. It's got a feeling of some sort of a grudge match between these two guys.
Jason Peace just plants him. Ashley Jackson back to throw towards the end zone, overthrows her target, tried to get it out to TJ Punk, 4th and 5. And Rob Ems on for a field goal try.
Yeah, here it is. Rob Ems now has the opportunity, right? They were down 10-0, and they've come back. If they get these points here, they could score 10 unanswered to tie this ball game up.
"32 yards out from the right hash. Kick is up, and we got a tie ball game, 10 apiece. But you know what, Gerald, minute 8. Watch, Houston's only going to need about 7 seconds to score. Why? Because DR Sims ready to take this to the house.
He's had good returns in the kickoff game when he's had a chance and in the punt game so far. Seems like he's ready and proud to break one.
Ems kicks it off. Ball will drop down 3 yards deep in the end zone. DR Sim runs it out, runs past the 20, breaks a tackle. Oh, I was so hoping. Listen, I'm not cheering for either team, obviously, but wouldn't it have been great for me if I was able to call that before the kick even happened?
I mean, you can see just the way that it's going, man. I mean, DR Sim's running hard on these things. He would have broke that, got caught up in a guy falling, and I don't think that guy would have held him up a little bit. He may have got the edge and took off.
That would have been amazing, but alas, it was not.
And if anything, you actually want Houston to lose.
Oh, yeah. I always want Houston to lose, but I'm not supposed to say that on the air. Oops, that was not muted.
Yeah.
Sorry, Demond. I love you.
Not more than me.
Of course not. You're my boo. That should have been muted, too. Oh, anyway, back on track. The Lake Man throws. That one's incomplete. And, they're still trying to get this done here in the first half, I should say. Sometimes you never really know what to expect when a team's backed up in their own territory inside 2 minutes. But the Lake Man, he's somebody he wants to keep on throwing.
Yeah, I think of it. I don't know if I'd chance it right here, right? Arizona scored 10 unanswered. They're playing really good ball right now. I think it's important for them to keep it on the ground.
Mike St. Green has had a quiet day so far. He goes in motion down to the bottom and gets that pass right on cue. MSG adds flavor to your food and adds yards to the Headhunters total. Gets it up past the 40.
Yeah, MSG, it's a spice. It's not quite a salt.
It's monosodium glyceride or something. I don't know.
I don't.
Man, what do I know?
I don't use it, but hey, he just got something nice and good for his squad right there.
Delayed handoff goes down to Tino Sosa, and I guess they didn't get quite enough yards to justify continuing to throw.
Yeah, but if you're going to get down that far, it's like, come on, man. Like, you're going to commit or whatever.
Are we doing this or no? Like, pick one. Come on, Lake Man, shuffle and do something. No, going to hand it off again.
Oh, wow, what a block.
That was a great block. Sosa picks up a couple, but that'll be it for us here in the first half as the clock winds down. Let's see, were they going to call a timeout and throw a Hail Mary? Nope, letting it go to the half. So first half didn't matter. Why? Because it's a tie ball game, 10 apiece here in Houston, as the Scorpions and Headhunters are putting on one heck of a show. You're watching the Simulation Football League on the Virtual Football Network. Gerald, your thoughts on the first half?
Well, it was actually a tale of two quarters in a way, right? So you had Houston that dominated the actual first quarter, scoring 10 points to nothing for Arizona. Arizona started a drive at the end of the first quarter, took well over half of the second quarter, and is able to muster up 10 points ourselves to answer. So, I mean, we got ourselves right back in it. If I didn't know any better, I think we'd be in the playoffs right now, because it's exactly what this feels like.
Oh,
the
it
excitement
does.
in here.
It's got a playoff atmosphere. It's a great ball game. DR Sim, you called him out in the pregame show. He is the first half player of the game, and we'll get a look at the injury report. We'll see how Fox Highwind is doing. See if he'll get back into this one or not. As we look at the injury report, it shows he's got a hyperextended knee and he has been ruled out. So no Fox Highwind for the duration of this one. Fox, I hope you stay with us in the chat though, because, well, we still want you to be here, but you won't be on the field as we get this second half started. 10 points apiece in the first half.
Who needs a knee?
Well, it's only hyperextended.
Well, you said your knees are terrible.
Dude, my knees are just old.
Yeah, but dude, don't say that. I'm like the same age.
Your knees are also old.
No.
Nah, dude, they're old.
No.
You want to go for a jog around the stadium after this?
Yes.
Oh, come on.
Yes.
No, you don't.
I don't, but I'll do it because you're challenging me.
It's hot out. We've both been drinking lots of water. At least that's what we'll say it is on the air. And no, listen, Ashley Jackson, she's at the 20-yard line, pitches the ball, and nice pickup of 7 here to get the second half started. Let's roll through these defenses now, shall we? Mac Dre, Don Rohr, Alex Dominguez, Anthony Stover on the defensive line. For Houston, you got Jason Peace, Garrett Evans, Juan, Mississippi, and some fella that I'm sure you're aware of, Blake B. Craze at linebacker. We'll get to the secondary after this. Second down and 3. Jackson hands this one off. And DJ Moses, yeah, 3rd and inches. He's like, no, it's not.
It's a first down by like a yard.
Dustin Zakasi.
No one saw that.
John Barnhart and Kai Cash are the corners. Guy Incognito, Alan Grimm III, and Chris the Murderer Henry. He's just out there busting knees like Tanya Harding. Those are your safeties. First down is picked up by Brad Jones, and this drive will stay alive.
Yeah, and they're actually doing. Look, and we're going to see if Arizona's going to be able to carry over all that momentum they had in the second quarter into this second half. Right now, look, they're actually picking up a first down. They got the first down right here, so they can keep it going. And look, and they're having a nice mix of run and pass right now. I like it.
Jackson rolls out right, throws and nearly throws an interception. Kai Cash was ready for that one, but couldn't haul it in. Fox Highwind says it's the first time he's been killed on the field, so congratulations.
Congratulations. We all, like my player, I don't know if I've ever died on the
I never
field.
got injured. Way too tough for that.
Yeah, but then your knees got old and you quit.
I had to. Them's be the facts. Ball is handed off and tackle for a loss as Juan Mississippi, the guy you called out, big free agent pickup, does it again.
Yeah, it just came right around and just wasted no time getting there and bringing the ball carrier down. But here's a 3rd and long right here, the first test of the second half for Arizona.
Jackson rolling out left. She's going to run with it. Gets past the first down marker. That's what you do. You make a move. She didn't slide. She's like, get out of the way. I got to get more yards.
And you can tell she's swift of foot right there, just running down the field. We're going to see right here.
Watch this.
Left him in the dirt right there, and Dustin Sakasi didn't know what to do. Didn't want to hit her and get any kind of penalty. Was going to let her slide, but she put a move on to pick up the first down.
That's what's up.
That's how you know when you're playing to win this game.
That run just pushed Eddie's heart rate over 200. Go seek medical attention, sir. Oh, the pass down to the bottom to T. DeQueen is incomplete, but everybody is able to get up off of the turf. You know, it's one thing when your quarterback runs when you absolutely don't want your quarterback to run, which Ashley has asked. She has asked Eddie Gage, hey, can we put in some running plays? I want to run with the ball. And he says, absolutely not.
Yeah, but she's got that superhero strength. Yep. She's going rogue. She's like, I'm on the field,
like,
boss. I know
run.
what's best.
Yep. And then, you know, he's like, slide. She's like, nah, watch this juke right here. DJ Moses, he picks up 6 yards, 34.
And I can just see it during timeouts, Ashley going to the sideline. It's like, man, what?
What you got to do that for? What do you mean? 3rd and 4. Outside field goal range. You need to pick this one up to keep the drive going. DeQueen in motion down to the bottom. Jackson under center. Drops back, pressure on its way. Quick pass. Wow, what a catch. Buchanan Simons hauls it in. His first catch of the ball game is a crucial one as it keeps this drive going.
Yeah, Buchanan Simons, a 6'4" frame, had King Henry in his chest the whole time he's catching the ball, and King Henry been lighting people up during this game, and he was able to hold on to it.
1st and 10 from the 35. Pitch to the top. That one goes to Brad Jones. Brad Jones is seated with a cold shoulder from Guy Incognito.
And you know something that's crazy? I see 27 running around. I know it's Kai Cash. But why do I just think it's Eddie Gage running around on the field when I see 27? Either on Houston or in Arizona. It
don't matter. Yeah, you just see 27. You're like, Eddie. Nah. Oh! You know, that was bound to happen at some point, Gerald. Garrett Evans gets into the backfield. Houston's been sending linebackers, either Blake B. Craze or Garrett Evans, around the outside. And, you know, we've seen Brad Jones do a great job on blitz pickup. Not that time.
Yeah, and Garrett Evans actually getting his first sack of the season right there, coming right off the edge, and Ashley just ran right into him.
Ashley Jackson drops straight back. She's like, watch this, I'm going to run again. Oh, no! Slides and fumbles. That's why he's going to, as soon as she gets to the sideline, he's going to say, I told you. That's why you don't run.
That is not what you want right there. Got it, and she had T running right with her right here. As you can see, T was ready to go get a block, but didn't notice, you know, like the DB coming from the side, and Al Ingram, the third, maybe would punch it out right before Ashley gets to the ground. That is not what Eddie Gage or this Arizona offense needed at that moment.
So turnover on the play. And Houston takes back over. Oh! And the hard hitting continues as Adam Wiseman says, I'm going to try to knock the ball out too.
And Adam Weissman is a TFL machine, dude.
Damon Simeon in the chat. That's just dirty. He goes, I knew she would fumble. Keep running it, sweetheart. Bro. That's flimsy fighting words there. I don't want to get in the middle of that. The Lake Man drops straight back. Oh, the Lake Man's running. He slides. Oh, that would have been something. Lake Man holds on, though. Third and 1.
Adam Wiseman looked like he was out for blood right there. And the Lake Man, I'm not going to lie, he was really fortunate he got down soon enough, because Adam Wiseman was out to just knock his head off. And the big dog was coming from the other side, too.
Lake Man pitches down to the bottom. Can he get the first? He can. Tino Sosa knocked out of bounds, but not before another Houston first down.
Yeah, look, in Houston now, they seem like they got their footing back, right? Seemed like there was a little bit kind of struggling a little bit on defense, right? Didn't know how Arizona was going to attack them, but they got their turnover, got their offense back the ball, and it seems like they've kind of settled in a little bit, right? Even though they're trailing Arizona in total yards so far, but both teams have a very good mix of the run and the pass right now. It's working really well for the both of them.
Bunch down to the bottom. They run that way as Baloo Scott She's got one heck of a stiff arm. Only a 4-yard pickup, but those were 4 earned yards.
Man, but look, it's the second time we've seen her use her left hand as a stiff arm. Most people are just dominant right-handed, but she shoves it right into the big dog. Big dog, don't approach her on the left side.
Sweep the legs.
Oh, look at
nice run by Sosa. Stepped out of bounds on his own. Like, he didn't even need to be knocked out. I mean, he just was.
No, but look,
nobody touches him.
Yeah, look at the blocking right there. Man, we could have got 3 snowball trucks in there, Mike, and drove right through. It's hot here, man. I need me a snowball before I leave.
Think of all the snowballs we could sell if we had 3 trucks. You know, we really should just do that. Like, let's stop talking about it and just do it. Take out a small business loan. We just buy a fleet of snowball trucks.
I already got a name.
Well, should we announce it?
No.
Okay. Oh, that pass, just an errant throw. Well, now I'm curious. Can you write it down?
Yeah. Give me one of your crazy pens.
I don't know what you mean about crazy pens. My pens don't need to be brought into this. I don't know why you'd even say something like that.
But no, look, this is an important drive for both teams right here. Offensively, for Houston to get themselves back in the scoring column, and Arizona to keep a little bit of the momentum on their side.
Lakeman connects over the middle to Daisy Peace, but only for a 2-yard pickup. Big 3rd down and 8 coming up. They're in field goal range, but it would be a long field goal.
Yeah, look, and if they can pick up this 3rd down right here, right, I do think they're going to have Arizona thinking, all right, now what's going on, right, for us defensively. So, but we're going to see how it's going to shake out here.
The Lakeman has time, fires over the middle and overthrows his target. Tried to hit Mike St. Green in the end zone, but the pass flies out of the back. 4th and 8, and it will be a field goal try from the right hash for Sonny J.
Yeah, Sonny J's going to come out. Look, and we know he hit the game winner. He hit one already in the game. This is about 4 yards short than what he hit the game winner last. We have 47, and they all know he can make this one here. We'll see what's going to happen.
Kick is on its way. Tried and true, straight down the middle, and Houston reclaims the lead. A 9-play drive, 2.5 minutes off the clock. And here you go. Don't read what it says on the pen.
Yeah,
it's just a pen. The pen is green.
It's
the end.
3 letters. It's great though.
You're watching Simulation Football League action here on the Virtual Football Network. This week on VFN. The SFL Week 6 is on tonight and tomorrow. And the UFL's final 2 weeks of the regular season continues Monday and Thursday. No other network gives you more football. The SFL lives on VFN. This is a good name for a snowball truck company.
Yeah.
We'll have to get a trademark or something before we announce it.
Yeah, it literally happens.
Oh, yeah.
Literally.
I like it.
Yeah.
But since we can't say what it is, we should probably move on to a different topic.
Yeah, sure would.
Hey, look, there's a football game happening. So the Scorpions now trail by 3. Footbacks in the backfield. The ball is handed off to DJ Moses. Nice 7-yard pickup. 14 first downs gained by Arizona, only 8 by Houston, but the points favoring Houston in this one. It's been a really great back and forth game.
Yeah, look, and DJ Moses, in recent memory, he hasn't really had, like that MBB type season, but he's running the ball extremely hard today and say, hey, look, I'm still a bell cow back if I need to be. Will Todd.
Holy smokes, a Will Todd sighting. He's been in the chat the whole game, but it's good to see that he got down on the field and carried the football. Listen, all kidding aside, he's been throwing some great blocks today. It's part of why they've had some rushing success. Yeah,
look, and he actually did it. He actually got kind of, disrespected a little bit. But Eddie Gage is like, no, man, he threw a good block and he's on the side. I got to give it to somebody else. Well, he comes up right here, gets rewarded, and he gets a chunk of yards.
Jackson back to pass, throws over the middle into double coverage, tried to get it out to T. DeQueen. Pass falls to the turf, second down.
See, and I'm wondering, look, and I know they scored some of their points, Arizona, right, with Highwind out of the game, but as the game starts to fully mature, how much him being out is going to affect this passing offense?
Yeah, I really don't think that it will. I mean, not to discount what he adds to the team, but we talked about Houston's wide receiver room. Arizona's is every bit as good. Jackson rolls out to the bottom, throws to the bottom, pass is incomplete. DJ Punk, the intended target. But here's the thing. When you lose Fox Highwind and you're primarily running 3 wide receiver sets, you still have Buchanan Simons. He's a 13-season vet. You've got T. DeQueen. She's a 7-season vet. You've got TJ Punk. He's an 11-season vet. 2-time All-Star for him. 1-time All-Star for Simons. It's not like there's slouches out there. These are 3 quality players. If they lose another one, that'd be tragic. Jackson throws flag on the play. Passes complete to Simons. Let's check the flag.
Hold.
And the bane of my existence.
I'm not. I am not. Let's just move on. Wow. We looked at on a second monitor.
It's just a good block.
Yeah,
you blocked too good. Penalty.
He pushed the guy 7 yards down the field.
I vote to remove it. Jackson, 5-step drop. She's going to run again. She's going to juke and can't get the first down.
She juked a little bit way too early. Again, it was Sakasi. He wasn't fooled. Sakasi's like, not this time, Ashley. I'm not fooling for your trickery.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, not tonight. Gets the stop, and Brooks Bernard on the punt for the Scorpions.
Well, and just imagine right there, right? If they didn't have them yards to kind of go backwards right there. Look, I mean, Ashley runs for the first down at that point.
Fair catch called for back at the 15-yard line. That's where Houston will take over.
Boo, Damon Simeon, you got to run that.
Yeah, we're trying to make highlight reels here. Like, I'm trying to make a case to add a special teams player of the week segment to the Wilson show and some amazing kick and punt returns. That's what we need.
Yeah.
Not fair catches. The crowd demands action. See what the Lakeman can do.
The best wave of the hand and a fair catch. Yeah, that's not making it. Oh, my God.
Good. Tino Zoza just making people look like roadblocks. Get out of the way.
Jesus Christ. He kind of got murdered a little bit. I do think that was, who was that? Terrell Davis just getting trucked. And that's not a small guy. He's 6'4", 215. Tino Sosa just destroyed him.
Lakeman with the pitch down to the bottom.
Oh, look at Ballou.
Ballou with a move. Getting knocked out of bounds. Another Houston first down. This running game is on fire.
Yeah, and look at the blocking right there. It was perfect, and she navigated perfectly through it with a very, very good block right there by number 22, wherever he come from. Toronto Rivera. He actually in there and made good block right on the edge.
Scott approaching 80 yards on the day. Both backs taking a breather. The Lakeman looks, fires over the middle, finds Mike St. Green, and gets the first down up by the 46.
Yeah, and the way Lakeman stood in there with the pressure coming around him. Look how the pocket starts collapsing, and he's able to get the ball off and find St. Green. He just kind of sat right there. The big dog didn't know which way he was going, and he just Mike St. Green said, I'm going to just stop. The big dog says, he's going left, he's going right. No, he just isn't right. He just stopped in that place.
3 receiver set, final play, presumably, of the third quarter. It will be. Tino picks up 2. And that'll do it for us here in the third quarter. So 3 quarters down, 10 minutes remains in regulation here in what has been a great football game in Houston. Headhunters 13, Scorpions 10. You're watching the Simulation Football League on the Virtual Football Network. I'm Mike Daggs. He's Gerald Smith. Got J.W. Hartshore and Corey Menner and Scylla Aldmere on stats. Either that or she's just hanging out. I don't even know why. But Ellie, you're welcome here anytime.
We have an entourage now.
That's what we got. It's more like a cult following.
I'll take it.
These are our followers.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
We need
Until it starts getting creepy, you know? I mean, like
no, man, we gotta create our own religion as well.
Really?
I don't know what we name it.
Well, we got a name for our snowball company.
The Wilsonites.
Yeah.
There you go.
That don't sound good, though. It sounds a little creepy. I don't know if I like where this is going. The Lake Man throws down to the bottom. MSG picks it up off the turf practically, picks up 4.
Look, and I'm starting to wonder, right, what happened to DR Sim? He was very well involved in the first quarter and making plays, and that's when he scored their points. Like, get that man involved, or did he just realize, because we know DR Sim's been in the league a long time, that he's like, no, it's nap time.
Yeah.
Juice and nap time.
His knees are old, too. The Lake Man throws, gets it out to Daisy Peace. Hashtag throw it to the tight end. First down. You know, anytime I used to watch an Arizona game, I always used to just put in the chat, hashtag throw it to Will Todd, just because I wanted to see my fellow tight end get involved. And then he went and switched to fullback. Like, yeah, you can't throw it to him anymore. He just blocks and stuff.
Fullbacks can be underrated, man. It was almost my goal to try and get that man involved a lot.
Delayed handoff gave Arizona's defense plenty of time to see exactly what was happening, and Adam Wiseman gets a 1-yard TFL.
Yeah, and a TFL machine, and Adam Wiseman just coming up with another TFL, right? He's top 5 in the league, and even on his career, he is actually 16th all time in TFLs.
The Lake Man throws it up top and gets it out to Greg Corky, but immediately wrapped up and tackled. 3-yard pickup sets up 3rd and 8.
Yeah, look, and they need to get, and they're looking to add on to this lead right here. I do think it puts Arizona in a really tough spot if they're able to convert this and even turn it into an actual touchdown on this drive. But for Arizona, in my opinion, to stay in it.
Yeah, they need to stop.
Yep.
Pass is incomplete. Well defended. Mike St. Green, the intended target, but the pass is broken up. Triple coverage. I mean, that was a really good job by Arizona's defense.
Yeah, and they actually did something really, really well right there, right? Just stopping them. And this is what they needed, right? To keep themselves and keep the game within a one-score deficit. The Sunny Jays on to make it a 6-point lead for Houston.
Perfect on the day so far. Kick is on its way, and no change there. That one right down the middle. 11-play drive, 3.5 minutes off the clock, and 3 more points on the board. Fox Highwind says 69 people watching. Why's he got to point it out?
Why'd you have to read it?
He's just sitting there being injured, and he's like, I don't know what else to say, so I'm going to point out silly numbers.
Yeah, why not? Why not? He's got to entertain himself, even though this is an entertaining game all on its own.
Kick taken out of the end zone, returned up the middle to the 22-yard line. Damon Simeon says we are kicking way too many field goals. You hear that, Arizona? He doesn't want to kick field goals anymore.
Look, Damon, let me tell you something.
Death by 1,000 field goals, that's your thing.
Yeah, that is my thing. I rode that to the semifinals, and I ain't shy about it.
Otis Boudreau
we couldn't score a touchdown to save our life,
nope.
But Otis Boudreau had a leg like nobody's business.
They sure did. Arizona looking to get back into the points column. They need a touchdown to take the lead. Field goal just cuts into the deficit. Brad Jones picks up a handful of yards. 2nd down and 6.
And these 2 rushing attacks have been really, really well today. Even though Ashley ran and she's got a fumble on her name, but the yards they've actually accumulated is pretty darn good for Arizona on the ground.
DJ Moses picks up the 1st down, and that's what they need. You know, with the way that they've been running the ball, it hasn't been, like earth-shattering stats, but even Moses is averaging 3.5 yards per carry. Brad Jones over 4 yards per carry. Heck, Will Todd 1 carry for 9 yards. Hand it off to Will Todd. But could they run out all 7 minutes?
It's possible. I mean, I think they took up 6. They took up half of a quarter and a little bit of another. It's over 6 minutes of actually game clock time.
Jackson under center pitches it down to Brad Jones. He'll pick up 4 yards, and if you keep doing it like that, 4-yard chunks, you're going to keep getting 1st downs. You're going to keep rolling clock.
See, and this is the thing. Most people might see that run as an ordinary 4-yard run. right? But for the quality of game you got here and the caliber of these two teams, a 4-yard run is huge. Like I said, it almost feels like a playoff atmosphere in here right now.
Oh! DJ Moses goes the wrong way. That could have been picked off.
Wow.
Yeah.
He was in there right off the edge so fast, and they put like 6 guys on the line of scrimmage and two linebackers standing up, and he just shot right in there.
Well, they're going to take up the whole drive. They're going to need to keep this first down going here. Play action on 3rd down. Jackson throws up top, and that one's broken up. TJ Punk had his hands on it, but great job by the Houston defense to dive right into the ball.
Yeah, Incognito came in right there knowing he had a hands on the ball and decided to just hit the ball right out of his hands as opposed to hitting the receiver, and it actually worked.
4th down. Arizona will have to punt this one away. They're going to count on their defense to prevent any more Houston points and get the ball back with time to spare. There he is. DR Sim breaking tackles, crossing midfield. Forget the defense. DR Sim to the house. Touchdown. Houston Special Teams Player of the Week decided in game 1.
And guess what? We ended up seeing right there. We was questioning where he went. He got his nap. He got his juice. And he got his old-timer medication and came back in the game. It actually made the play he needed to put his team over the edge. And now they're looking to go up by almost 2 touchdowns. And that's a very, very huge, important moment in the game for Houston. This very well could have won them the game.
DR Sim heading back to the sidelines. He's rubbing Ben Gay all over his knees now. He's got the icy hot. He's got tough actin, tenactin. I don't know what's going on with the athlete's foot, but that's none of my business. Touchdown for the Headhunters. What a return for DR Sim. And you know what? What an incredible job by you in the pregame show to talk about DR Sim. Where's he been? He's got to be an impact player. What sort of game will he have? Well, he's only got 2 catches. They were both on the first drive, but one of them was a touchdown pass. And he's got a few great returns in this one. None finer than that one, getting the punt return for the touchdown.
Look, and you want to know an interesting stat, right? All time, he leads all time the most average yards on punt returns. And this is only his 2nd punt return for a touchdown in his very, very decorated career.
Yeah, decorated, storied. Hey, the guy's been, I think Doug Day in the chat said, dude's been around for 26 years. Well, the league hasn't even been around for quite 26 years. But he's been around for a certainly very long time. As now Arizona is desperately looking for points. 5 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the game. They're down by 2 full touchdowns now.
Yeah, and guess what? And that ain't it. Doing that right there is not it, right? They're going to have to put the actual ball in the air, right, and get themselves a score pretty quick to actually get themselves back in the game. Oh,
Moses trying to do it on the ground, but Garrett Evans just riding the high that Houston's got here at home. They're looking to get another win, and man, they're playing really well, getting that tackle, and just like that, Arizona facing another 3rd down.
Yeah, look, and look, and they're having to fight for every darn yard they've actually gotten so far.
Jackson trying to keep the drive alive. She's going to try to do it with her legs once again. Jackson running for all kinds of yards, gets it up to the 45-yard line. Gets the first down, but time is not on your side, Arizona. You got to get going.
Yeah, they gotta run a little bit of tempo right here, right? And as you got people chasing around everywhere, look, and Ashley does a very, very good job of getting down before she's hit this time and actually dropping the ball. So they need to get a little bit closer. I mean, you're down 2 touchdowns right here. Like I do think you have to go quicker. Granted, they have 2 timeouts, but you're not even across midfield right now.
They're going to need them. Jackson hands this one off to Moses. Now they've crossed midfield, but, you know, now's not the time for the run game. You got to get going in the air. This just in from Brett Solberg. Way back in the beginning, he made a $5 super chat asking what he should have for dinner. We said quesadillas and jarritos. He came close. He got quesadilla and horchata. So at least he went with the Mexican theme.
And perfect.
Oh, it looks delicious.
Full on Mexican. Look, I'm not even a fan of Mexican food, but that kind of that
does look good, doesn't it?
Look delicious.
First down picked up, but now inside 4 minutes, they've got to go to the air.
Yeah, look, and they're running, and they're at a little bit of a slow pace, and now here they are right close to 3.5 minutes. They're actually come out with a little bit of a quicker pace. And they're running.
Still going down to the ground. That one went to Buchanan Simons, who's still lined up in the backfield. They'll go into the no huddle. Simons, 5 carries now on the day. They go to the sky. That one will stop the clock with 3:20 to go. 3rd down and 8.
Yeah, and it's just the sequence of plays and how they're moving down. They don't have the time like they had that drive that was like 80+ yards, a gazillion plays, and like over 6 minutes. They don't have that kind of time anymore.
3rd and 8 from the 39. Sean Moore in the chat says, got to throw now. And I agree. Got to get it up past the 32-yard line. Play action. Jackson throws, and it's incomplete. Nearly picked off. And 4th down, they're going to have to go for it. But Dustin Sikasi batting that one down.
Oh, yeah, he almost flipped that right up on side its head and could have just ended all discussion about this being any kind of a contest at the end of this game. But this is the last chance.
Oh, this is it
I would
right
say
here.
right here for Arizona.
Yeah.
They don't get this, it's done.
Pending some sort of miracle pick 6 or scoop and score on defense or something. Arizona needs to convert here. 32-yard line is the line to gain. Play action throws, and it's incomplete.
No. Punk dropped it. He had it in his hands.
If it hits you in the hands, you got to bring it in.
He almost brought it down. Oh, it's a hit right there by King Henry. Knocked it out.
And a game wrecker has been King Henry. He took out Fox Highwind on Highwind's first catch attempt. And that hit maybe even more beneficial than the one that took down Highwind, because he forces a turnover on downs, and now Houston just needs to quite literally run away with this one.
Yeah, and all they got to do is just keep it on the ground, and they've been very productive on the ground right now. I mean, they got nearly 130 yards on the ground collectively.
2 yards picked up, but Houston's not even interested in the yardage right now. Is all they want to do is get down to the 2-minute warning and force Arizona to start using their timeouts. 2 touchdown lead in this one, and they're all but ready to count this win and advance to 4-1 on the season. Second down and 9, they put DR Sim in motion. Down to the bottom, letting as much clock tick away as possible. And 3rd down and inches coming up as they hand that one off to Turiano Rivera. And it'll tick down to the 2-minute warning, but the big play will be here on the other side of the 2-minute warning, Gerald. They're going to need to get this stop. Well, I don't know. They might snap this before the 2, but I doubt it. If they can get this stop, then they still have a chance. It's a slim chance, but they still have a chance. If they allow a first down here, it's done.
I mean, the way Tino Sosa's been running the ball right here, right? The guy's averaging 4.5 yards a carry this game.
2 minutes to go in this one. It's been one heck of a battle between these two squads. You're watching the Simulation Football League on the Virtual Football Network. So one last shot for the Arizona defense to get a stop. Lakeman hands it off, and first down is picked up by Sosa. And Arizona's now forced to start burning their timeouts.
And he took on one of the best linebackers on that Arizona team, and Adam Wiseman, and he bested him right there. They met right in the gap where the hole is created, and Tino Sosa got the best of it, picking up about 3 to 4 yards to kind of reset the downs.
Man hands that one off to Sosa again, picks up about half of what's needed. 2nd down and 5 later on tonight. At 9 p.m., we've got Florida at Lexington, and at 9:15, we've got Chicago at Detroit. Sunday, an SFL 4-pack of games gets started with Albuquerque at Baltimore at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, plus Mexico City, Bossier City, Washington, Fort Worth, and Oklahoma City, Pittsburgh. The SFL lives on the Virtual Football Network. Pitch to Sosa up top, breaking tackles. Final timeout called by Arizona, and this is it. 3rd down and 3. If they pick up the first, it's game over.
Yeah, and look, and Tino Sosa, even this late in the game, is still doing like strongman things, just running people over, and man, why are they spread? All right, now they're closing it up a little bit.
Defense adjusts. The Lake man hands it off to Sosa, gets the first down and more, passing the 30, passing the 20. It doesn't matter. He got tackled at the 14-yard line, but that's the game, and Houston will advance to 4-1.
Yeah, and they actually brought everybody in to try, and they thought we was going to run up the middle, and that was the idea, but guess what? They had a cutback lane. It got clogged up. They had a little bit of a cutback lane on the left side. Tino Sosa saw it and actually ran for the first down and some yards, and that puts Tino Sosa over 100 yards on the day, and now they're in victory formation. They're going to kneel this out.
Arizona will fall to 3-2 on the season. Houston improves to 4-1. Next up for the Scorpions, they are home in Week 7 against the currently 1-3 Bossier City Steamers. That game's on Friday, August 22nd at 8:15 p.m. And then for Houston, next up for them, they are home versus the currently 4-0 Vancouver Legion. That game Friday, August 22nd at 8 p.m. And looks like that's one that we'll be calling Mr. Smith.
I was about to say, can we flex? Can we flex?
No, we don't need to flex. That one's already there. 4-1 at 4-0. That's going to be an exciting ball game. I'm looking forward to that one. Meanwhile, in our nation's capital, the DC Dragons out in front, 35-17. That game's still late in the 3rd quarter, so feel free to jump over there and watch what should be a good finish in that one. DC looking to go 5-0, and man, I wonder when the last time or if that's ever happened.
I don't think they've ever been 5-0 in their entire existence.
They have not. They made it to 4-0 in season 18. That's been their best start ever. So we'll see if DC is able to get to 5-0 for the first time in a season history that started all the way back in season 5. That's it here in Houston as Houston gets the win and moves to 4-1, 23-10. Gerald, your final thoughts on this one?
This game had a whole lot of ebbs and flows, right? It started out with actually Houston kind of taking the lead and actually going out and running away with it. Arizona was able to get themselves back in it in the 2nd quarter by scoring 10 unanswered, right? And then guess what happened? They made a big fumble by Ashley Jackson, kind of turned the game around a little bit, and it just started slowly going into Houston's favor. So Arizona didn't play bad. Houston just played a little bit better, and it was, in my opinion, it was all about DR Sim. DR Sim early and DR Sim late, right at the end of the game with that punt return.
This has been a presentation of the Simulation Football League. For Gerald Smith, J.W. Hartshorn, Corey Menner, Zilla Aldmere, who's been here for moral support, Cameron Irvine, and Matt Wilson is always with me in spirit. I'm Mike Daggs. Thanks for joining us. Be kind to one another. Always choose happy. Have a great night.